Greetings, esteemed viewers from all across Indonesia. I'm Audrey Widodo, and it is my pleasure to be hosting this third iteration of SHIMIZU Premium Interview. Our agenda for today involves engaging in enlightening conversations with influential leaders in various industries who have played a pivotal role in Indonesia's growth and development, with a primary objective of providing a platform for SHIMIZU Corporation's partners to dive deeper into their influence on Indonesia's advancement and their future endeavors. Without further ado, let us extend a hearty welcome to Mr. Anthony Muki Tan, who is a highly respected visionary dedicated to a nation building. Mr. Tan serves as the Group President Director of the Rodamas Group and has made significant contributions to shaping Indonesia's economic landscape. Today, we will explore Rodamas Group's vision and its journey to growth alongside Indonesia. Welcome, Mr. Anthony.
Thank you, Audrey. Thank you, Akiyama-san, for having me.
Allow me to introduce Mr. Akiyama Kohei, who holds a position of Chief Representative at SHIMIZU Corporation Jakarta office, a construction company renowned for its innovative and state-of-the-art technologies. On this occasion, we will dive deeper into SHIMIZU Corporation's developments that are poised to impact the future of construction in Indonesia and listen to their perspective regarding the status quo of Japanese companies in Indonesia. How are you today, Akiyama-san?
I'm fine. I'm so glad to attend this occasion. Thank you, Anthony-san.
So first of all, let's start. I would like to ask Akiyama-san on the business relationship between SHIMIZU and Rodamas Group. So what is the association between the two companies?
Rodamas Group, as you may know already, has established excellent partnership with many Japanese companies. To name a few, like Ajinomoto, Kao, Asahimasu, and Hisamitsu. They are our client also. That's our relationship through the clients. Yes.
Right. Thank you, Akiyama-san, for that response. Now I'd like to ask Mr. Tan about the historical journey of Rodamas Group. How did you develop these business relations with Japanese partners? Can you tell us a little bit more about that, Mr. Tan?
So Rodamas was founded by my grandfather, the late Mr. Tan Siong Ki. We started as a trading company, and over the 50s, 60s, 70s, as the Indonesian government encouraged industrialization, he slowly brought one or two of his Japanese trading partners into Indonesia. One factory became the next, and it helped somewhat because he was able to speak Japanese, he was trusted. We were open to having minority positions at that time. So the Japanese who wanted control and consolidation, they were able to achieve those. Well, part of the formula was as follows. The Japanese partner would bring the technology, the financing. Rodamas would provide the local connections, market access. We would navigate the government. So over time, some of those businesses succeeded, some did not. What is left are arguably the stronger ones.
So thank you for that. That was very fascinating. Now, talking about Rodamas's vision, what is the strategy going forward, especially regarding to Japanese joint ventures?
So our Japanese joint ventures make up approximately 75 to 85% of the value of our portfolio. But where I'm concentrating most of the business now is to grow our wholly owned companies. Why? Because perhaps the dynamics of the past is no longer the same as today. Today, Japanese companies and foreign companies no longer need a local partner. Today, these same Japanese companies may be encumbered. They may not have the same vision as the local partner. So we would like to focus on our wholly owned companies and use this perhaps as an example so that our Japanese joint ventures can also follow suit. We feel that we understand the Indonesian market better. We feel we can be more agile. And perhaps perhaps also we would be able to use Indonesia as a platform to grow abroad. And this is something that is not available if we just concentrate on our joint ventures.
Right, and also, as you can see, you are very seasoned with experience. So working with these Japanese partners, what are some things that you think works well now, and what are some things that you think could be better for the future?
We would like to conserve the trust, the integrity, the sense of patience and commitment. Our Japanese joint ventures tend to be very, very long. They do not change when there is a change of CEO, for example, one or two CEOs will not change the relationship between us and our Japanese joint venture partners. And this is something that we appreciate. But of course, at the same time, I feel that there are some things that we should modify. I feel that Japanese organizations need to be more agile. We need to have more entrepreneurial leaders. I would like them to rely less on, say, seniority and more on performance. I would like them to be more inclusive, to have perhaps more women, perhaps also more non-Japanese executives. Why can't Indonesians also serve as senior members of executives in Japan? And I would very much like them to be more aggressive, hungry. I usually tell my Japanese partners, please, if you're going to send someone, send me samurais, because we need them to fight in this Indonesian market.
Thank you, Mr. Anthony. That was great. Now, Akiyama-san, would you like to care to share your insights on this question?
Yeah, I'm wondering and appreciate hear the word samurai. Truly, I want to be a true samurai, and not only as a Japanese. I fully agree. Mr. Tan, Anthony-san hit the point just now. To explore and cultivate new business opportunity is what I have been trying myself also since I came to Indonesia around 10 years ago. So historically, Japanese builders clients are always Japanese only. But we wanted to do something different than before. So I myself took a chance to work with local conglomerates projects in Indonesia. For example, like Astra International. With such a challenging spirit, I believed I could change the status quo, even though it was not easy at all. But we are glad we did it. So because success of one project leads to another and other in local clients network. Just now, Anthony-san said samurai. Speaking of samurai, what I understanding is they respect their roots, but always strive for more improvement and refuse to settle. Also, trust was so important. Rather die than break the trust. So I consider myself as a samurai because I have the same value I believe I want to do. Yes.
Thank you, Akiyama-san. So both of you, thank you for your in-depth answers. Now, that was in the context of the present, and let's move on to the future. Can both of you share any insights from your experiences or suggestions for Japanese companies in Indonesia or are looking to expand in Indonesia for the future and how they can better succeed in this country?
I believe that Japanese companies have built up a lot of goodwill. But going forward, if they would like to win, they have to start letting go of some of the baggage that they may have. Not in some particular order, but I've seen Japanese companies in Indonesia with baggage like Kashi Japanese suppliers. Perhaps HQ is too focused on ESG or net zero or carbon reduction or renewable energy. They're not really focused on really winning in the Indonesian market. Sometimes Japanese executives come to Indonesia. They're not hungry to make an impact. Their focus is on not making mistakes. So also I find Japanese companies tend to be very risk averse. They need to jump through lots of hoops to make decisions. I hope Japanese companies can rediscover their hunger, rediscover their confidence, rediscover their sense of entrepreneurship, because because they can succeed in Indonesia, and if they make the things and they change the things necessary, I think they can regain these leadership positions, and we would all be better off.
Thank you, Mr. Anthony. And now to Akiyama-san, what are your insights from your experiences for any suggestions?
So for Japanese companies, I think key for survival is to cultivate new business opportunity with third generation of the Indonesian good companies, conglomerates like Rodamas. It's like a third generation, like Anthony-san. Frankly say, I think Japan is not so special anymore than before. Also, there are many global competitive companies out there. Therefore, Japanese companies need to wake up, focus, and most importantly, act to be chosen again by Indonesian good people.
So we have learned that a roster of Rodamas Group's Japanese partners has chosen to work with Shimizu for their projects. I'd like to ask Akiyama-san, why do you think clients choose Shimizu and continue to choose Shimizu?
Okay, our company slogan is today's work, tomorrow's heritage. That spirit is the company backbone. We always work with the master builder spirit. So we hope we never work to make just a quick profit, because we always build for the future children, it means. We are doing build infrastructure, buildings, and factories with pride. And we keep innovating and apply advanced cutting-edge construction technologies so that we can provide quality and speed at the same time. For example, now we are doing MRT extension line in Jakarta, or the several high-rise buildings like Menara Astra headquarters. So as a result, we exceed clients' expectation. That's a reason, I believe, to be chosen by client.
Thank you. So to cap off this discussion, I would like to ask the both of you to share a message you have for each other going forward, and what plans do you want to see come into fruition in the future? Akiyama-san.
Okay. We, Shimizu Corporation, wish for Rodamas Group to keep growing with Indonesia, always with a challenging spirit. So we, Shimizu, will be honored to construct any kind of facility for Rodamas Group in future, if there is any chance in the future, and hopefully we wanna do iconic project with him in near future.
Thank you, Akiyama-san.
Yeah.
So my hope is that Rodamas can be a good partner. Firstly, for our joint ventures, we can build not merely good companies, but best in class. I would like to show my Japanese partners, not only to thank them for this long-term relationship, but really to show them how each of them could be good, best-in-class companies. That's for our joint ventures. But for our wholly owned, our vision is to be building world-class companies from Indonesia. So of course we have an orientation that one day we want to expand beyond, and that our wholly owned companies are not only local champions, but can be global champions just like SHIMIZU. So in that sense, we have a lot to learn from a global giant like SHIMIZU.
Thank you, Mr. Anthony. As we conclude this enlightening session, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed guests, Mr. Anthony Muki Tan and Mr. Akiyama Kohei, for their invaluable contributions to today's discussion. We sincerely appreciate both of you for being part of this event. Their insights into the visions of Rodamas Group and SHIMIZU Corporation, as well as their collaborative growth in driving Indonesia's development, have been truly enlightening. To our viewers, we extend our gratitude for joining us on this journey of exploration and learning. Our hope is that this interview has provided you with a deeper insight into crucial roles these companies play in Indonesia's future. We eagerly anticipate your return for our next conversation, where we will continue to delve into the minds of influential industry leaders. Remember, every conversation presents an opportunity for growth and understanding. Let's remain engaged, inquisitive, and committed to learning. Until next time, and once again, I'm Audrey Widodo, bidding farewell from this edition of SHIMIZU Premium Interview.